Napoleon taking control of the army after returning from exile. Wow, now isn't that magical? He was tapping into the force clearly. It's like he wasn't even really trying. In 1938, Mexico became the only country to protest against the Anschluss of Austria in the League of Nations. Smells like bee in here. That's a brave move, Mexico. I'm so glad they're getting credit for this. Everyone was just too afraid to stand up to Germany. Apparently there's a square in the Austrian capital of Vienna that's called that. And this is to honor Mexico standing up and fighting back against Germany. Damn, that is awesome. They should have taco stands everywhere to honor it even more. When an Englishman visits newly conquered Gibraltar, why don't they speak English? Because they're Spanish. Whoa, wait, so you're telling me this one random spot that's been controlled by Spain for hundreds of years speaks Spanish? This is some BS. No, German, be like, if you want to publish The Hobbit here, we need proof that you're Aryan. J.R.R. Tolkien writing an essay on how abysmally stupid they are. And don't get J.R.R. Tolkien started. He will create an entire language and history that spans thousands of years just to flex on you. The Wild West in movies, I will beat the bad guy and get the fair lady. For real, the railway's catching up in 2 years tops. Let's make money before real laws are imposed. Ah, the good old days before the laws. Ireland suffering from no potatoes. This Native American nation sending $170 worth of aid. I always love these little notions because even if it's a small amount, it's all about the thought and it's so wholesome. Helicopter pilot. Can we listen to something else besides fortunate son gets oofed off the helicopter? You know, they also did this in Chile when they thought you were a communist. Neville Chamberlain with a piece of paper that guarantees peace for our time. Adolf. You know I can just tear these up, right? And he did that a lot. Were there papers involved in the German-Soviet non-aggression pact? Switzerland. Dancing around in the background, the German invasion of Poland going on, but it's fine. So Switzerland's doing it for the TikTok. Battle of France now. The whole world is on fire. There's D-Day. That's commitment though, Switzerland. The Soviet flying tank, the American bat bomb, and the British ice carrier. We have a no-no German and a big Panzer. Sweet mother of... oh no. Apparently these were all some of these secret allied projects that not as many people know about. We all know about the weird no-no German projects they tried. The ice carrier refers to this project by the British, which they were going to make an aircraft carrier out of that. A mixture of wood, pulp, and ice. This would have helped them against the U-boats, and it had a record of bringing down ships, because more than likely maybe that material brought down the Titanic, who knows. I am a grown man. I'm a big adult. I can do this. Oh no, what is that? Often found soldiers too wounded, many remained to provide comfort and make sure these men didn't die alone. Approximately 7,000 of these dogs were oofed. Alright, yeah, I can't take it. I mean, I was never trying to be a man in the first place, so I was super not prepared for this information. The Germans with camo clothing, stealth, and dark colors. The French, I'm blue, ba-da-bee-ba-boop-bop. They don't care, they gotta be stylish on the battlefield. But then again, the Germans had some style, because these, like, weird little hat things were kind of cool. Norse and Greek mythology, pretty nice. Finnish mythology. Apparently, in Finnish mythology, it's alright to oof an unnamed child. So, name your kids, everyone. Belgium and its vast colonial empire, boop, boop. It ain't much, but it's freaking terrible. Ah, that's a nice twist to it. Good meme, gotta hand it to him. Not another dog one, I don't think I could take it. It is time to go. Was I a good boy? No. You and your buddies almost cost me my job. I was about to make 10,000 visits to some town in Alaska when you and 150 of your playdates ran more than 600 miles with vaccines to save their lives. You were the best. What the hell happened in Alaska? I guess a really bad epidemic hit an Alaskan town in 1925 and they had to use the sleds to get medicine to the people there. I'm just so glad this one was a wholesome one. European superpowers in the 19th century. It's time for Africa. What song is this? I love Shakira though. Charlie Chaplin after the silent film era. Nothing. Anyway, film history. Learning about WW1 in history, and you see all the information you've learned about in memes. I get this stuff all the time in my videos too. We're learning about this in history class, Drew. I already know all of it because I watch your dumb videos. I mean, hey, I'll take that. Sabaton after inventing history conflicts. Just the ban inventing history in general. Didn't they start the Big Bang? So many people want me to review Sabaton, but I don't know how to because all that stuff was gonna get copyright claimed. I guess I could just channel my inner melon from the needle drop, not put that in, just talk about my feelings towards it. Society enjoying edible foods being held up by all the early men who taste tested every poisonous mushroom. I bring this up all the time. I think it's too like, it's not funny, but it kind of is. I'm just imagining cavemen like just eating. Oh, that one's pretty good. Oh, that one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. Did you know that our tanks have 3 reverse gears and 1 forward gear in case we're attacked from behind? What, Mussolini? Honestly, Italy would have a better chance of just putting spikes in the crust of their pizzas and then throwing it at their enemies like ninja stars. Who would win? A Korean dictator backed by a foreign superpower? Is this Kim Il-sung? A very young version of him. I haven't seen him like that. Or a Korean dictator backed by a foreign superpower? I don't know. Does anyone feel like this is just gonna be a massive stalemate? My teacher, so why do you respect Martin Luther King Jr.? Me, his support for civil rights, of course, but my brain, A. That's a difficult shot to make, and he's going for the opposing pocket with that angle here. Hope he doesn't scratch. Gorbachev be like, you know what? Frick you. Un-Soviets, our union. You know, my parents told me about this post too. They remember when he tweeted this out back in 1991. They leave this part out in history, but he got ratioed. Britain invaded over half the world for spices and then decided we didn't like any of them. The spices are too spicy. Yes, more blandness for us, please. Give me them beans. India buys nuclear fuel from Canada for reactors. Canada, okay, but don't make nuclear weapons using them. India makes them anyway. Canada, how dare you? Why is that voice like perfect for Canada in my head? I'm just always gonna hear, how dare you, every time Canada's wronged. The dream of unified Korea, Koreans. Ain't nobody want to see that more than me. I don't care what I have to do. I'll go to Korea and talk to Kim myself. Let's make it happen. German tanks rolling into Czechoslovakia. Neville Chamberlain promising peace. Oh, Neville Chamberlain also was doing it for the Vine. Do it from the TikTok just doesn't sound as good. We have a girl looking at a horse and there's a fairy. Here to grant you a magical wish. The girl wishes, I wish I could talk to ponies. The pony says, the people of Egypt know not of chariot and horse. Their lands are ripe for conquest. To battle, little girl. What the hell are you doing? What was that, African tribesman? You don't have a flag? You do now. Yeah, this doesn't feel good. Diogenes beholds a man. Plato, will you shut up, man? Ah, I see what he did there. America gets a lot of deserved flack, but not Americans. What are the worst things your countries have done? This man says colonialism and owning people. Any European power? He could be any of us. I mean, he's more than likely a Western European. We can definitely mark out the Eastern Europeans. POV, you were a dog in military service and the NAM just... What? Not the dogs again. I'm sick of this. I don't even want to look into this. I can't do it. 5,000 military dogs went to NAM. Not a single one came back. Now they're being honored. I hate this so much. When your ancestors build stone circles, so 2,000 years later, you can use it to get money from tourists. Stonehenge. It is pretty genius, all the like prehistoric humans that built all this amazing stuff. They had no idea how financially beneficial that stuff would be. If only they put a trademark on it. Wasn't this leaf green before? The other bird says, there is a road called the Road of Bones in Russia. What? The cement consists of bones of between 250,000 or 1,000,000 people. What? I don't need this information right now. This is all just too depressing. This is not a good day. China negotiates treaty for best Korea. Best Korea breaks it. China, dude, you're embarrassing me in front of the UN. That won't be the last time. Agamemnon, you don't see me saying anything crazy about their weird little relationship. Achilles, Patroclus, they're just jealous. No, guys, calm down. They were just roommates. Good roommates. Pimples, 0. Blackheads, 0. Stab wounds, 23. Former US President Calvin Coolidge enjoyed buzzing for his bodyguards and then hiding under his desk as they frantically searched for him. Must have been pretty bored. Was there not that much to do during his time? Oh, it was the Roaring 20s. No, there wasn't that much to do. Everyone was just out partying. Teacher, draw your family tree. King Charles II of Spain. Bamo. Something Alabama. Let's just get that out of the way. Gotta say it. Al Capone against every other government agency. Just snaps him away. Al Capone against the IRS. No one can stop the IRS. Phillips screws were patented in 1932. The screwdrivers were patented in 1933. People in 1932, pretty much. And you know what? It works to an extent. Hopefully it doesn't shake too much. A lot of screws kind of just came undone at that time. Infrastructure was just terrible. Weimar Republic just getting beaten down. Hungary with an inflation rate that has to be measured in scientific notation. Now that's another level. I need to remember this next time for Hungary. Fat burning ads be like, before, after. And you know what? Say what you will about Mongolia, but they kept off that weight. Thor, off-world. Captain Marvel, unavailable. The HRE, neither holy nor Roman nor an empire. Some things just can't be reversed no matter the universe. 1920s, jazz music starts, jazz music stops. 1929, depression. Pain. Poland, hey guys, Hitler's taking over Europe. What are we gonna do? UK and France, we've tried nothing, and we're all out of ideas. Hey, let's try to negotiate with the crazy guy. That should work. I was just learning about this. You carry out the longest inaugural speech in US history in the rain. William Harrison. You catch pneumonia and die barely a month into your presidency. Fun fact, my editor Ricky might possibly have some relation to this person. That's why he's no longer allowed to give speeches. I initially thought he gave such a long speech that the American people impeached him. They're like, no, we can't deal with this guy's talking way too much. Patrick Henry exclaiming, give me liberty or give me death. Patrick Henry also keeping his mentally ill wife locked away in a cellar. I mean, well, I like you to the USA, but I'm kind of scared of that guy. CIA stands in the corner. I don't even know that guy. Look at me, brother. He's more of like a son, though. I mean, you created this guy. Did you win the election? Jimmy Carter says, yes. What did it cost? My peanut farm. There could be an updated version of this, too. Did you win the election? No. What did it cost? My solar panels? Because Reagan, like, ripped down the solar panels he put up. Black people after not being allowed on the Titanic. That is definitely the most Neo-Dodge Matrix move ever. Nero, when all of his siblings eligible for the throne don't live anymore. Oh no. Anyways, time to lead Rome. Wings make things fly. Step 1, make wax wings. Step 2, fly. Step 3, get obliterated by the sun. Trollololo. Icarus now knows the sun is a deadly laser. Come over. The captain of the Titanic says, I can't. I literally went down with the Titanic. My parents aren't home. That's all you had to say. You could have saved all those people, girl. Oh my God. Julius Cheeser chilling with the Roman senators on 14th of March, 44 BC. He was surrounded by a lot of snakes, wasn't he? Germans when Hitler announced he wanted living space for Germans. Germans by 1945. Still waiting. Just any day now. English knights name their successor. Trying to figure out if they're gonna go with Henry or Edward. French kings. Louis. Why do so many Central Asian countries end with Stan? Also Europe. Land. Which Stan means land. Ha! Dumb. Scientists, we need to determine how bodies of living beings react to zero gravity in space. U.S. Air Force, say no more, fam. Bam, just puts cats up there. Oh, this is weird. This does not seem right either. They must be freaking out. Oh man, that'd be a fun game of dodgeball. Humanity, to show you the power of this shovel, I saw this continent in half. And it was that easy. We should saw more continents in half. Let's do Asia next. Emperor Charles V of the House of Habsburg. It's obvious that the French only want war. Look at how close France is to all my possessions. The Habsburgs just completely surrounding France. Why are you existing right there, France? You're impeding on me. Financing the American Revolution, the French monarchy, the revolution causing huge debt, and in turn causing the French Revolution, the French monarchy. This one is weird because that's Napoleon. Weird. And its minions. My mom would like this one. Time machine is invented. Hey, don't throw platinum into the ocean. It'll be really valuable later. These Spanish pirates. Are you pirates? Me be like, yes, no dumpo el platinino, por favor. They say, I don't know, get the gun. Nobody. Isaac Newton, this is the greatest recreation. Did we know this was being recreated in The Lord of the Rings? Because now it all makes sense. Remember when Pippin got all those powers too? Because he like looked at the ball? That was just Isaac Newton's knowledge flowing within him. This one's from my subreddit. You trying to destroy our culture and completely assimilate us, says Poland. I know, I'm so sorry, will you forgive me? Germany's sad for it. All these countries, Serbia, Romania, Croatia, you tried to destroy our culture and completely assimilate us. Hungary, and I enjoyed every second of it. They liked it so much, they want to do it again. America buys Alaska. Yeah, that makes sense. Canada offered Alaska. Yeah, I can see that. Liechtenstein offered Alaska. What the f? Is that true? I don't know if I can trust this one. When Luxembourg sent its entire army of 44 men to fight in the Korean War, it ain't much, but it's honest work. And they single-handedly caused the stalemate. Without them, I don't know what would have happened. Kids, violence is never the answer. I ship Poland ball in Germany. Triggered. Yeah, there's one exception to this rule. And big thanks to the February patrons. Thick Boy 3000, Stormtrooper 501, RalseiTree, AryanAfterHours, Pobsnitz, Pelovski, Patrick C, Manny 74, Mac, LuxembourgLover, FusionWolf, FullSendNick, EpiNick, Elijah Senpai, Dalton D, Anikit, and BallinLikeStalin. If you'd also like your name here, check the Patreon link down below.